Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I know everybody knows what this is, right? A vanilla wafer box. I don't throw any of these things away. My husband just looks at me crooked when I tell him, oh, don't throw that in the garbage. But we're going to make something out of this today. Again, today we're going to be crafting on the fly. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but the first thing that I'm going to do is trim off all of these little excess pieces, and you can trim it with an X-Acto knife if you want to. You just need to make sure that you trim it as straight as possible, because we're going to need some straight edges on this, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use my knife. Hang on, let me grab it. My knife, as all of my knives, need new blades, but maybe we can get it cut. A lot of times I can cut straighter with scissors than I can my knife. I don't know why. I think because of my arthritis in my wrist, I don't hold everything tight enough like I need to. Alright, and these pieces you can save, and you can use these for bases of clusters. I will get that out. Bases of clusters. Okay, then we're just going to go right down through here, cut that one off, and then I want to go on and cut this one off. Okay, and I want to cut this little piece off right here. Okay, and then we'll cut this side. So we may call this a vanilla wafer something. A vanilla wafer something. Oh my word, that would get attention, would it not? If I called it a vanilla wafer something. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. Just make sure all of our edges are even, and I think they are. We're going to trim that just a tiny bit. Okay, now what shall we make? We're going to use more of the new paper, because I've had a lot of you guys that have asked me to please show you plenty of things to do with new paper, because you bought lots of it and you want to know many ideas. So now I'm going to use this fold right here. Now it doesn't have a fold here, so we're going to make a fold there, but I'm going to make it, let's see, I want to come up about 1/4 of an inch from the edge of this one to do my fold, and I'm going to just draw me a line down through there and see if that looks pretty straight. 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. Okay, so we're going to make our fold right down through there, and I'm going to try my best to use my my scoring tool here. If not, then I'll just have to score it with my ruler. If I can just get it started, that'll be good. Okay. Oh yeah, that worked. That worked. Right, so we have that. Okay. All right. Now I do think I don't know. I'm going to wait on that. All right, what we're going to make is a clutch out of this. A little clutch bag, purse, whatever you want to call it. And for the inside, I want to have it just a little bit to where it's flexible a little bit. So I'm going to put some of those expandable pockets in it. And I'm just trying to look around and see if I have, I'm not sure I have book pages that are big enough. I may have to use magazine pages. Well, these are probably big enough. Let's see. See if we can tear some out without tearing them up. That's a little bit difficult in this type book because they're not bound like normal. So what I'm going to do is pull this cover back. There we go. Now it'll be a little bit easier to tear them off without tearing half of the page, maybe. These are so sticky. They've got so much glue on there that it's a little bit harder, but I think we can do it. There's some right there. Yeah, can do it that way. And I think we'll just put maybe 3 in there. I don't think we need any more than 3. I don't want it to be too expandable. Just a little bit. Oh, that's going to be perfect. We're just going to have to trim it off just a tiny bit on the end. So, let's see. We want to trim it back about right there. And I think I'll just trim it all off up here. Don't worry about that too much. And as far as the height, that's going to be perfect. So let me move my computer up a little bit so that doesn't blind you. Alright. And you saw how I measured that. All I did was laid it up here where I want my little expandables to be, like that. And then just measured in a little bit, and it's the right height, so we won't have to do anything about the height. And I think all of these are pretty good at the bottom, so I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to let this be the top up here. Now I may cut a little thumb pull in these. Let's see, I don't know if I can do it all at one time or not. Got little stickies everywhere. I'm going to kind of mark the center just by doing a little fold like that. I may have to separate these out. Nope, it did it. It did it. Okay. So now we're sure that we have all of those in the right place. Now we're going to glue these together. And it's later in the afternoon, so I have a lot of light behind me, and I apologize for the shadow that it's casting. But I was really busy today, and I didn't have time to do one earlier like I like to when the light's better. So I'm doing a late one. And that causes the light to be behind me, and then it creates a little shadow on the table. I have new lights ordered finally. They should be here. Well, they may not be here till after Christmas just because of the Christmas rush that everybody has got on Christmas presents, and that's fine. I'd rather everybody get their presents as me get my lights. But they should be here soon, and that will make it a lot better. That'll make the lighting a lot better. So I will tell you guys, we had lots more of the blue fern. Well, I say lots. We had quite a bit more of the blue fern paper come in today. And I'm in the process, or we are in the process, of separating everything out and putting it in bundles. So as soon as we get all of the new orders shipped out, and maybe some of the orders are a little bit older, and we apologize for that, but I'm telling you, all of that sold so fast, it was just hard to keep up. And then my shipments were being delayed because of the Christmas holidays and all of that. So, but we've got it in. We've got enough to fill all the previous orders. And then we should have some left. And I should know by tomorrow what we have left, and I will put that up. Now I've gone ahead and put up one bundle, and it's just a mixed bundle of Blue Fern. It's got lots of different mixes of things in there. So if you want some of that, it's already up. That was something that we didn't have in, that we had a little extra of, so you're welcome to grab that if you'd like. Now we're going to go ahead and glue these together and let them be drying while we work on the cover. Now I'm just going to put glue right down through here. You've seen me do this before. You've seen other people do it before. It's nothing new. And I like using my art glitter glue, but you can use a glue stick, I guess. I don't think it'd be anything wrong with it. Just make sure it's a nice one that sticks really well. And I prefer these. They stick better than any I have found. And we do have plenty of those in stock, so. Now, if you'd rather make the inside out of something, you know, really pretty paper or something, you could do that. It just needs to be kind of light, a light paper. You could even make this out of, you know, book pages, magazine pages, just whatever you would want to do. That is up to you. Let's see. All right, we need to find some paper that we want to use to cover this with. I'm going to cover the inside first. So, what are we going to use? What do you guys think? Let's see what I have right here. I'm telling you, I love this. We've got more of this that will be here tomorrow, so we'll be able to finish your orders, the ones that have pre-ordered. Be able to get those done. I'm just going to pull this out and look and see what I have. I'm not real sure. I think it would be pretty, but I don't want to use a ton of paper, so I'm going to look and see if I've got some scraps that maybe I can use on the inside. There's one. I don't think it'll go all the way. No, but it goes almost all the way. But the flowers are sideways. We could do it that way. And then put another piece up here. Okay, let's see. I don't think we're going to have any that's going to go all the way from one end to the other. So we may just have to improvise a little bit. Let's use this on the inside. I think, I'm thinking about this. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the outside first, and I'll tell you why. Normally, I cover the outside on chipboard, and then I cover the inside, and it takes a smaller piece. So that's what we're going to do here, since we're basically working with chipboard, even though it's a vanilla wafer box, still chipboard. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover the outside first. Now, I've got to figure out which way I'm going to run my paper. I'm going to run it that way because this is actually going to stand up like this. And then I can run it around and it'll almost come all the way. So let's do that. Okay, I'm going to put glue here. I'm having to really think about this because I've not covered a vanilla wafer box before, believe it or not. I've covered other type boxes, but I knew which direction I knew which direction everything was going to run. In this one, I'm just going with the flow. I'm not sure. First, I thought I would run it sideways, and now I think I want it upright. So let's do it this way. Alright, so that is which way's up and which way's down. Oh, that's up. Okay, I need to trim this little thing off right here. Since I've already got glue on everything, I'm just going to trim it off. Now, I'm going to leave about an inch all the way around. So what I'm going to do is lay this down like this. And then I'm going to lay this on it. You don't really have to leave complete inch, but I just leave about like that, enough to fold around, and try to, you try to get it as straight as you can. That way it'll show straighter on the front. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just as straight as possible. So flip it over and use our bone folder. Run over that. Okay, so that is, ooh, that's going to be pretty. Now, we do need to trim off right here. And I'm just going to trim about right there. So I'm going to try to put this on a line. And see if we can trim it pretty straight, hopefully. Let's see if we can. If I run my little, let's see, I'm going to run that right there. And I'm going by my little lines on my Tim Holtz ruler to help guide me. And if it slipped a little bit, I'm not going to worry, which it did. But it's still going to be enough to fold around there, so that's no worries. Now we need to fold right here. Okay, we got that folded. Now, that has a natural fold right there, but we're not going to use that. We're not going to use that fold. We're just going to go all the way up with that, I think. Or I may change it, since that's going to put this back upside down. I may trim it off right here and then put another piece on top of this. Is that what I want to do? What do you think? Or should I just use it? You know what? I think I'm going to use it. The only flower that you can tell that's upside down is this. These others are kind of going in different directions. So I'm not going to worry about it. That one, I mean, some of my flowers run in all different directions, especially if I have had hold of them. So then I'm going to use this, I think, for the little fold over in front. All right, but we will wait on that for just a minute. Now what we need to do is glue this down. So again, you're going to put lots of glue in here, and I like to put lots of glue in those little folds right there. It's going to help it hold and keep it from cracking. Okay, then you're just going to fold that around and press it down. I don't know about you, but I love repurposing boxes and things like that. I love it. I don't know, it just makes me feel good when I can use them and not have to throw them in the garbage. And we don't really have, we're in the country at our house, so we don't really have a recycling around here. Around here, excuse me. So it is use it, repurpose it, or throw it in the garbage, or burn it. We can burn out here, so, and I don't want to do any of those. Okay, now that is the way I folded that around. That's a little bit tight right there, but that's okay because this is not going to open all the way up. It's going to open about like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just score these a little bit so that I can fold those up. So just don't force that to lay down flat there. There's no need. Let's see, I don't have to cut that one. Now we're just going to fold these up. And again, I'm going to fold that up like that. Fold that over. Fold that up. There we go. Alright, then we're going to put some glue under here. There we go. Yeah, I'm quiet right now. I'm thinking about how what else I'm gonna do to this. So I'm having to concentrate. Okay, now I want to make sure these fold in. I may have to clip them just a tiny bit. Let's go ahead and fold this up, and we'll see if we need to clip those edges there. Okay, I really don't think I'm going to have to clip them. I think they're going to glue down just right. Oh yeah, that's going to work right there. Just make sure that you put a nice amount of glue right in that little crevice right there, right where that folds, because you do have some extra paper right there. And then press it down really well. Okay, so there is that so far. Now we're going to put a piece of paper from here up. And I need to decide if I want to trim these off at a little bit of an angle or if I'm going to leave them square. And I really think I want to trim them off just a tiny bit. Not much, just a little. About like that, maybe. Okay. Alright. Well, there went my lead out of my pencil. I have about worn this pencil out. I go through about one of those every couple of months because I'm rough on them. Okay, now let's see what else I might want to do. Just take a little nib off right there. And then I think I want to round these corners to keep that from being so pointed there. I'm just going to use my, well, I don't think that's going to do because it won't go in there. So we'll just do it that way. Okay, now this is going to make it a little bit harder to cover, but I think we can do it. I think we can. Right, let's get this one just a little bit better. Alright. Now, I want to cut a little piece of this, because I think that will look pretty coming down that way, don't you? What do you think? Think that's pretty for the top, or do we need something a little darker? Maybe this? Nope, I don't like that one. Or, let's see, maybe green? Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that one. Let's do the green one. Okay. So I'm probably going to cut a piece. Let's see, I want it to come down about right there. there, fold over about right there. I'm going to cut it off right there. I know I've got paper flying everywhere the way I'm measuring and everything. Hopefully you can keep up. Try not to go too fast, and I try to let you know what I'm doing. Alright, now I just measured that, you saw, by just holding it up there. You don't have to take a particular measurement, but if you want to know, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4 is how big that one is. But it's going to depend on your box. Now, I want this to be upright because this has got writing on it, so I'm going to have to put it on this way, like that. So what we want to do is, lay this down like, let's get this even here on this. Lay that down like that. Okay. And then, oh no, we need to come on down with it. Okay, I'm going to go by that guide up there. There we go. That'll work right there. Now I'm going to trim off right here. So all I'm going to do is, hopefully I can do all of this and hold everything at one time. This is the mess I get myself in when I don't have a plan. I have everything flying in every direction. Alright, we're going to put a little glue here first because I'm going to glue this down first. And then I'll flip it over. I just want to hold it in place. Excuse me. And I'm going to put lots of glue right down through there because that's going to be our fold. Just going to give it a little bit extra glue so that it doesn't tear or anything. Alright, flip it over. Now, we can put our glue here. And I know that's going to create the back, or that's going to make the back be upside down again, but that's okay with me. It doesn't bother me if the back is upside down. It's not going to be like you're going to be able to tell too much. Now I'm going to lay this one out flat to lay it down and press it down, but then I'm going to fold it pretty quick so that I make sure that my paper is going to fold like I need it to. There we go. Because this one is going to be opening and closing. It's not going to be like that one. That one's going to be more stationary than this piece. Okay. Now then, I need to figure out how I want to trim around through here. And I think I'm just going to go with the flow and just kind of go around with my scissors like that. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, we'll back up and punt. We'll figure it out some way. Okay, let's go ahead and go around with this little tool just to get us a score line going there. That just helps the fold a little bit. Let's start. See what happens. I may have to do some clipping since I'm doing this at an angle, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to right there. That's okay. We will do some clipping. Just going to clip that out. Don't clip it too close to the edge. Just clip it out enough that it'll fold down, because your inside paper will cover that. And then I think up there I will just use that whole fold. Well, I'll show you in just a second. And I said I'm going to show you. I'm going to show myself because I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do it either. So we'll see. Now, I'm going to glue that down there, and then I'm going to press this one down. And that's going to give me an idea of how I need to cut that. So let's cut right there and right there. Take that little piece out. There we go. That just makes it lay down better. Now up here, I just folded those down all the way up to the edge. And I think we'll be able to fold this over like this, and we'll still get our edges and our corners like we need. Let's see if we do. I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder. We may not get a complete rounded corner, but it'll be pretty good. Oh yeah, that's pretty good right there. I don't mind that at all. Okay. Now you can cut out that little bit of bulk right there if you want. I'm just going to leave it. I don't think it's going to bother anything once I glue it down well. Just make sure that you press it down really well with your bone folder. And speaking of bone folders, I've had a few questions about these. We have more of these on the way. I think our last one sold yesterday, I believe, but we have more on the way. So if you want one. Oh, I like that. Look at that. I like it. Now, you could put, for closure, you can put magnets on here if you want. You would have needed to put the magnets under the paper. And you know, I never think about that. I really think that I may just put a couple of eyelets, one here and one here, and then do like a braid. Oh, okay, we'll figure that out later. Right now we're going to cover the inside. Now, what did I say I was going to cover the inside with? This, the pink, I think. I think this is what I was going to use. Yeah, this will work. We're going to bring that right to the edge and right to the edge over here. Okay. And then I'm going to trim this off. Now we'll lay that piece right there, and see that's covering up all of that. And when we put our other piece up here, it's going to cover that up. I'm going to put a little bit more glue right in there. Lay that down. Okay. Now I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. And then we'll put another piece up here, and we'll need to trim that piece out a little bit. So let's go ahead and put this one down. Oh, let's put the glue on here. Just make sure that you get all the way up to the edges. Now I'm running this sideways on the inside because it's not going to matter. Once we put our little expandables in here, it's not going to matter that this is running sideways and not up the other way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and okay, I'm going to pull this back up and then press it down like that. There we go, and now that comes all the way up to there, and that's good. Go ahead and press that down and give it another fold. Sorry about that clanging, banging and clanging. Alright, that looks good. And now we just need a little piece to go up here. And we can put this piece right side up if we want, because it's going to be on the flap, so we can do it like this. Let's see. I want to make sure that I have enough, and I think I do. So I'm going to cut it off first. I think that's right. Did I measure that right? No, I did not. Now I'm going to cut this off. I know you're thinking this is a long drawn out way to do one of these expandables, but this is recycling, and this is going to be a very strong little purse when this is over with, or folio, or whatever you want to call it. This again would be another nice Christmas present. That's what we're working on right now. Alright, now I need to trim this, or mark it to where I need to trim it. So this is going to be this is going to be the pane right here, because we need to trim this off just a little. We just want it to go kind of the shape of that. So all I'm going to do is put a little mark right there. I'll hold it as tight as I can. And I'm going to put a little mark right there. And right here maybe. And right there. And I'm just guessing at this. We shall see. If this doesn't work, then we can go again. It's only paper. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work right there. So we will put that down, and I think I'm just going to let that run all the way down to there, even though I don't need it. It'll just give it extra strength, so I think I'm just going to let it run all the way down. So we're going to put this down. So sometimes just guesstimating, and always when you're guessing at measurements and things and making marks, always make your mark a little bit bigger, because you can always go back and trim off more. Just don't make it too short, because it's hard to add paper back. You can, but it's hard. I have actually added it back before, but it's not easy. Not an easy task. Okay. Alright. Now, this is going to be where we see if we're going to be able to fold that right or not. I'm just going to make my creases in there as best I can right now, and then press all this down. Just want this to get glued really good first. Now you can wait until all of this dries and then do your folding. I'm real impatient. I like to get the project done. Alright, and I'm just going to fold easily. That looks good. Okay. Alright, that looks good. There's our inside. Just like that. Now we can put our pages in there. So let's grab the pages. Now what we're going to do on these, we have them all glued together. So all we need to do now is we need to put some glue right here. And see, we've got that cut out, so we know that's the top. But if you don't do that cutout, then make sure that you're putting it the right way up. Now you need to bring it down pretty close to that fold. Don't go over it, just go down as close as you can. That going over. Okay. And now we're going to put some glue right here. And then you're just going to press that down. Okay, and there you go. Got some little expandables. Now I could have trimmed my pages off a little bit, because I do have just a tiny bit showing right there, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's not a big deal to me. But you could go ahead and trim your pages down a little bit if you want to. just so that they're a little bit shorter. But that is fine with me. It's still going to close up. Now, let's decide how we want to close this. I know I said I would put eyelets in there maybe. But now I'm wondering if I want to do that. Or if I just... Yeah, I think I might put eyelet in there. Let me see. Let's see what we've got. Let me look and find some eyelets that might match that. Okay, let's see. We may just go with silver because the only big eyelets that I have are either blacks or silver or gold. So let's see what silver would look like. I think silver will work. Yeah, let's just do silver. Now I'm just going to mark, I think, how far I want to come in from the edge. And I think I'll just come 2 inches maybe. Let's see. Let's just come 2 inches in. And then over here we'll do 2 inches in. And just want to make sure that it's about the same distance from the bottom. Okay, where's my mark? There it is. Make sure that's right there. In all of these, excuse me, in all of these lights, it's so hard to see when you mark something. Okay, that. And then there's that one, and I need to come up to right there. So we're going to erase that, erase that. I need to come up right there. So we're just going to erase that one. Okay. Now let's get our crocodile and see if we can punch through that. Yep. Not a problem. Okay. So there are our little eyelets. Come on, go in. There we go. And I am not sure if that is on the right setting or not. We'll find out in a minute. Looks pretty good. And I did have somebody the other day that asked me about what setting I used on the crocodile and all of that. I'm not sure. I never did. You know, this is all trial and error. I never watched anything on it or read anything on it. But I'm sure there's lots of good tutorials out there that can give you all the information that you need. I just I punch and go. I'm bad about that. I don't like to read instructions. Okay, I'm going to get some seam binding. Okay, now let's figure out what we're going to do with the seam binding. I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. Okay, we have that run under there like that. And then, let's see what we do. See what we need to do. And we may need to run that on the outside. Do we need to run it on the outside? Yeah, I think we'll run it on the outside. I think that would work better. Told you I don't know what I'm doing. I do know I keep hitting that light. If I hit it one more time, it's probably going to come down on top of me. Okay. Now let's pull this up. Try to straighten it out all we can. That'll work right there. Okay, then what I want to do is I don't know what I want to do. Oh my goodness gracious. And this may look weird to you. I've not done this before like this, so we shall see. And there's lots of different ways you can tie it. You don't have to do what I'm doing. And let's see. Ooh, I know. Hang on. I think I'll run this under there. And then to bring it to the middle. Then run it under here one more time. This is crafted as you go at the finest. Okay, now let's straighten that up. And I have no idea what I'm going to do now, but we shall see. I'm going to run that one under there and that one under there. And this is not the braid look that I was going for, but I think we'll let this be it. I don't know. I may come back and do something different with the tying. Who knows? That's going to work for right now. I like that okay. That's going to work for right now. Okay, now I want to put a few decorations on the front. I'm not real sure what. I don't think it's going to need a lot because there's so much going on there. But it does have a little bit of yellow in there. If the yellow butterfly would go. Oh, let's see. I'm going to untie this for now and take it back. I mean, you can close yours and tie it any way that you want. We're just going to take that off right now. I want to put my little butterfly on there. But I do think I'm going to put a little pocket right here. So let's see what we have scraps that we can make a pocket out of. That one? No, I don't really want that one. Maybe a little green pocket. Yeah, that'll work right there. So there, and then maybe right there. Okay, let's trim this. I'm not even sure I like that that seam binding with it. I may go for a different color seam binding. I think I have some white somewhere. We will look that up in a minute, because something about that was just looking off. Alright, I think we're going to do that right there, and I'm going to put a little pull right here in the top. Now I haven't inked any of this. If you want to ink, you go ahead. You know, sometimes I ink, sometimes I forget. And then a lot of times I'll ink at the very end when I get everything done. But I really think a lighter color seam binding is going to look better than that. I don't know if that's taupe. I don't know what color they call that. Okay, and then I want to put my little butterfly on here. I think I want him over there. Like that. And I do still have some stickers left from this collection. Let's see if there's anything on here that we want to use. Oh, I like this. This will show up really good on there. So let's put that down right there. And I think I'm going to put a couple of pieces of bling on there. Let me find it. Okay, I think we're going to use the yellow to go with that. It'll look like that's closed or held down with the bling there. Then we can make something and put in the pocket. And I don't know if I'll make it right now or if I'll wait a little bit. But we could put some little something down in the pocket like that. Put a little tag. Let's just go ahead and trim this off. And I'll make this into a tag. Yeah, that'll be cute. Then I need a little punch. Let's see, we'll punch this out. I will, I'll cover the back with this later. I'm not going to worry about it right this minute. I can always cover over this little piece if I need to. Cover over the back of it anyway. Not all of it. Okay, there we go. Got our little tag in there. And I want some little something on the tag. What do we want? We could put this on there. That's cute. Just put that right there maybe. Just so it'll peek out of that. There we go. So we've got that on there. That on there. Now, do we want anything else like up here? Do we want anything up there on the top? Oh, let's see. Let's see what this looks like. You know, it may not look right. We don't know until we try. So what do you think? I don't know. Okay. Peel that up. Maybe up here at the top. Okay, what does that look like? Yeah, I kind of like that up there at the top. I kind of like it there. So let's do that. Let's put that down at the top. Just going to trim that off right there. Okay. Now, got that on there. Oops. I'm just going to put that down that one side right there. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, I don't think I'm going to put anything else on here. Oh, you know, I might put this stamp on there. But I might cut these little tips off. I don't really like those on there. So I'm just going to trim those little edges off. Make it look more like a stamp. And we'll just put that down right there. Oh yeah, that's cute. I like that. Now, do we need anything else other than our seam binding? I don't think so. Okay. Now, right here, I'm not going to worry about that, but if that bothered you, this is on the back, but if it bothered you, you could use a little strip of something and put across there. That would be fine. But look, got all kinds of little room in there that we can put things for somebody. All right, I'm going to grab some white seam binding, and I am going to try the white seam binding and see if it looks better. I hope I have enough of it. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so let's try doing this the same way by running it across. And you don't have to run it across, you can just put it you know, you could put it in one, run it around, and pull it through the other. And I may end up doing that. It just depends on how this looks. Now, this is just trial and error here. Okay, let's see what that's going to look like. No, I really don't. I don't know. Don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what else I might do. Let me see how much I've got here. Pull that through just a little bit more. And I'm going to wrap this around. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this under here. If this doesn't work, then we'll undo this and try again. Okay, I tied that under there, and then that's going to cause me just to have one loop around. And I think I like that better. So, I'm going to cut that off. And then we can run this under there. And then if you wanted to put some beads or something on there, you could run it through here and then just tie it if you wanted to. Okay, I think I'll try to tie it this way. There we go. Yeah, that works better. I like that better. All right, that is our project for today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.